Years. Twin Cities Live reporter Kelly Hansen has brought us stories of hope in our Kid Connection series, introducing us to kids who are waiting to find a family. But now it's time to introduce you to a few of the people helping to make that happen.
Twin Cities adoption agency Ampersand Family specializes in finding parents for kids ages 10 and older. It's a unique job having hard conversations with kids well aware of their situations. Kelly has their story in today's Kid Connection.
Tell me what's been going on. You graduated high school.
Yep, I'm going to college for fashion design. I am working 2 jobs.
3 years ago, we met and introduced you to Tyler.
Wedding? Do you want to go into bridal?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
This budding fashion designer was desperately searching for a place to call home.
He knows I'm his dad, I know, and he knows he's my son, so we're good.
A year later, he found Donald, a man he now calls Dad.
So the first time I heard about you it was a flyer, actually, that his worker put together, Stacy put together. Turned out it was the first step of Tyler and I becoming a family.
You never would have expected that it would have gone this way. Never in my wildest dreams where I thought I would have had a dad.
Kids older than 10, with every year of age, the odds of leaving the child welfare system into an adoptive family go down pretty dramatically with every year past 10. And so we founded Ampersand Families to try to address that gap.
Ampersand Families is celebrating a decade of helping kids just like Tyler find a place to call forever. Unlike other agencies in the Twin Cities, Ampersand only works with kids ages 10 and older.
Many, many of them have given up hope that life is going to look any better than it does now.
We've introduced you to several Ampersand kids like Rose, who has a love for raptors.
You want to know an interesting fact about owls?
Always.
When they preen their feathers, they're actually not just also cleaning them, they're also making sure they stay soft, especially their primaries, because those help them fly silent.
And Matthew, a child longing to find a mother.
I don't really have a mom that I could depend on, since my mom never even liked me.
The role of professionals who are working with that group of young people require a unique skill to be able to hold hope when the kid doesn't have it.
Our job with the kids is to find families for our youth and not youth for families.
Perry Huff is one of a small team of recruiters working closely with the kids, finding not only a child that fits into a family, but also a family that fits the child. Call it a perfect match.
Each time that happens, you know, it's been a long journey. Not just for me, but definitely for the kids and the families who are stepping up to the plate.
Over the last decade, Ampersand has been a part of 150 new permanent relationships, a number they hope to continue to grow.
We believe that when child protection intervenes in the life of a family, we have, as a community, made a promise to young people that we're going to do everything we can to help get you home or keep you home with your family, help them do whatever they need to do to make home safe for you. But if that can't happen, we promise to find another place for you to land with competent, well-supported people who are going to be there for the rest of your journey.
Well, Kelly joins us now. This sounds like a really fabulous organization, Ampersand, and what they're doing. Tell us a little bit more about them.
So their mission is, the ampersand sign is and. So their mission is they're holding hope that they can reunite a child with their birth family. And if that can't happen, they want to help them find a support system that will advocate for that child for the rest of their life. So that could be a permanent family or a guardian. But they really try to find that balance. But they hold hope for that child, which, as you heard, a lot of kids lose that hope when they've moved from place to place, and they're at an age where they totally get what's going on. They're not like 6 and 7 where they kind of get it. When they're 13 and 14 years old and mom and dad aren't in the picture and they're looking for a new family, they have to have tough conversations. So it takes a really unique team of people, and it was really great to see their working environment and meet the other people that work to help these kids too.
They're doing fabulous work that any of us that hear about it, we think, well, yes, this is good work, keep doing this. What kind of state funding do they get, if any?
Well, what's unique is Minnesota actually gets state funding. Agencies here in Minnesota, there are a handful of them, including Ampersand, that get state funding every year, and this has happened for many, many years. So they can't find the resources and do the therapies and have the events like they have without state funding and without actually donations from people in the community. So Minnesota is one of very few states that has state funding. So kudos to our legislators for saying, yes, this is important to us. We want to help these kids find a permanent place or get back with their birth families.
Absolutely. And you have a big event on Friday, too.
Yeah, so Friday night, I'm helping Ampersand celebrate their 10-year celebration. They're having a fundraiser at Wabasha Street Caves in St. Paul. I'm going to be there sharing my experiences about working with these kids and these families, introducing families that are going through the process that have adopted a school-age child, what that might look like. And there's going to be live music, some appetizers. There's going to be tours of the caves. So it should be a really fun night and a great way for people maybe thinking about adopting a school-age child to get more information, to meet other families, and just celebrate the adoptions that have taken place in our communities. It's really going to be a fun night.
And kudos to you, too, because people don't know this, that Kelly not only does the stories, but she really gets involved with them and understands. You really do. And you come back and you say, I met such an amazing kid that's looking for a home or whatever and a family. And, I mean, you do a really great job on
I
these.
appreciate that. As a mom myself, I didn't realize how connected I would become to these stories and to these kids. But kids like Tyler, who I just featured in this story, I've seen him now 3 or 4 times. I've gotten to know his father. They just adopted another child. So it's neat to see these families grow and just be a small part of that, and hopefully, you know, let these kids shine the way they're supposed to, tell their stories.
Thanks, Kel.
Kel, thanks so much.
You're welcome.
All right, so if you'd like to learn more about Ampersand or any adoption agency in the Twin Cities, we posted those details on our website to make it easier for you, twincitieslive.com, and there you'll also find resources for adopting a school-aged child.
In